Hi, this is Sophia Cartman, host of the Dream Big podcast show. Place to learn, laugh, and grow.
And this is Olga Carpman. Welcome to the Dream Big podcast.
A new year is like a blank canvas. It's up to you to paint the picture you want in life. Big dreamers, today I'm excited to talk with you about New Year's resolutions. But first, let's make a decision and not be the character of that famous joke.
Which one, Sophia?
What did one friend say to the other on New Year's Eve?
What?
I made a New Year's resolution to stop delaying things, but I'll start tomorrow.
This is a funny one. I bet a lot of adults can relate.
Oh, definitely.
That's why, big dreamers, you need to stay till the very end to learn about new habits that will help you to stick to your resolutions and finally make them happen.
You'll also learn how curious Bella the Fox made it happen too.
This is episode 337 of the Dream Big podcast, and it's time
to dream big.
Welcome to the Dream Big podcast show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Big dreamers, those of you who may not be familiar with this concept, New Year's resolutions are goals or commitments that we make to ourselves before we start a new year. They can be big or small. They can be related to aspects in our lives, such as our own health, our own relationships, education, or our own personal growth. Making New Year's resolutions can be helpful too for setting goals and making positive changes in our lives. It gives us a chance to look back on the past year and think about what we want to accomplish in the year ahead. It also gives us a sense of motivation as we work towards achieving our goals and becoming the best version of ourselves.
But why is it important, you may ask? Well, big dreamers, imagine that you and your friends want to go on a bike ride together, but you don't know how to ride a bike. You might feel left out or frustrated, right? Because you can't join in the fun. By setting a New Year's resolution to learn how to ride a bike, you're setting a goal for yourself that will help you to practice all those activities that you enjoy. Plus, learning how to ride a bike is a great way to stay active and healthy, right? It's also a skill that you can use and enjoy for the rest of your life. So by setting a New Year's resolution to learn how to ride a bike, you're not only setting a goal for yourself, but you're also making a positive change in your life that can have a long-term benefits. Right, Sophia? Do you remember how you set up a goal to learn how to ride a bike?
Right, Mom. Riding bike was one of my favorite sports after swimming. I actually have a cute story about New Year's resolutions. It's about Bella the Fox.
Bring it on, Sophia. Bring it on.
Bella the Fox was a curious creature who loved to try new things. She lived in a cozy den in the forest. Every year she made a list of New Year's resolutions. Bella's resolutions were always big, and she often struggled to keep them. One year, she decided to exercise every day, but she quickly lost motivation and gave up after a few weeks. Another year, she decided to learn a new skill, but became frustrated when she couldn't master it as quickly as she wanted to. This year, Bella decided to take a different approach. She wanted to make a resolution that was both achievable and fun. So she decided to make a resolution to try one new food every week. At first, Bella was a little nervous. She wasn't sure if she could be able to try one new food every week, but she was determined to try. So Bella set on a journey to find a new and exciting foods. As the weeks went by, Bella discovered all sorts of delicious foods that she had never tried before. She's tried spicy Mexican tacos, savor Italian pizzas and pastas. She even tried some exotic foods like sushi and tofu. Bella was having so much fun trying new foods that she didn't even realize that the year flew by. When the new year arrived, Bella was so excited that she had accomplished her resolution. She had tried new foods every week, and she had a lot of fun doing it. Bella was so proud of herself. She decided to make the same new resolution for the next year. And so Bella continued to try new foods and have fun. And she became the most adventurous and open-minded fox in the forest.
Thank you, Sophia. I think this fox reminded me of someone you might know.
Is it me?
Maybe. Are you adventurous enough to try new foods every week?
I'm thinking about it now because maybe I'm able to try sushi again. Maybe I'll really like it.
I think it's well worth it. Let's do it. I love this idea for our family. Let's stick to the plan. Big dreamers, when we make resolutions, we are making a commitment to ourselves to work towards something that we want to achieve. This can be a great way for us to develop self-discipline, determination, and a sense of accomplishment. Additionally, making New Year's resolutions can be a fun and exciting way to start New Year and set the stage for a positive and productive year ahead. Now you might be wondering, but what's the plan, Olga? How do we choose what we want to focus on this year? Don't worry, I got you covered. I will give you step-by-step instructions of how to do it. Are you ready? Then you can even write it down. Let's do it. Okay, first, you think about what you want to change or improve in your life. It cannot be what mom or dad want you to improve because after all, it's going to be your resolution. You have to have your big why you're doing it. This could be anything from eating healthier, doing better at school, learning a new hobby, anything you want. But it has to be a deep, deep desire coming from you. Okay? Second, make your resolution specific and achievable. For example, instead of writing a resolution like, I will be reading more this year, try writing down, read for 30 minutes 5 times a week. This way you have a clear goal in mind and you can track your progress, correct? Third, write down your resolution and hang it up somewhere you can see it every day. You can even cut out a picture of someone doing what you want to achieve, like a vision board of some sort. Remember, Sophia shared with you in episode 332 specifically how to create a vision board that's personal to you and your desires. I would advise you to re-listen to that episode 332 and make your own vision board. This will help you stay motivated and remind you of your goal. Fourth, make a plan how you will achieve your resolution. This might involve setting aside specific times each week. Like I mentioned before, 30 minutes reading every day. You might want to put it in the calendar, right? Or if it's learning how to swim or bike ride, talk to your parents. Talk to someone who can support you. And maybe they can sign you up with classes, swim classes, or maybe they will teach you how to ride a bike or ride a horse like Sophia wants to do this year, right? So you also want to share it with friends and family to help you support you and your dreams. Maybe they can even help you to break it down so you can get small, achievable steps towards your big goal and you can manage it better. And last but not least, Of course, remember to celebrate your progress. Even if your goal is far, far away, even if you don't think you can achieve it in the next month or 2 or 3, celebrate the milestones. It's very important. And remember, it's okay to have setbacks. For example, if we adults often make a goal to lose few pounds or exercise every day, if we miss a day or two, we should not beat up ourselves about missing it. We gonna make another goal for the next week to exercise, let's say, not 7 days a week, but 5, and stick to the plan. And we will celebrate our small accomplishments. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes, and it's important to keep going and keep trying. It's important to have a group that supports you and cheer you on. It's like those runners. Have you seen the runners? They have to go to certain stations, and there are support groups everywhere celebrating their small progress. And eventually they get to the finish line where all the supporters celebrate them and congratulate them, no matter if they came even last, right? So the effort, this is what counts.
But Mom, as we all know, we're only so excited about the goals at the beginning of the year. But what do we do if we get discouraged or lazy or disappointed at first results?
You're so right, Sophia. And yes, setbacks and obstacles definitely happen on the way to achieve our goals. So I got you covered. Don't worry. I do have a few strategies. Listen up. First, as I mentioned earlier, if you experience setback or discouragement, or you see that it's not happening the way you want it, seek for help. Sometimes we may face obstacles that we feel are too difficult for us to overcome, and other people might have different perspective on it. Your parents or adults that you trust to can help you. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a teacher or counselor. Maybe it's a trusted friend. Anyways, get a support. They can offer advice, support, and encouragement to help you get through the tough times. Second, take a break. If you put goal for yourself to exercise 7 days a week, you might want to have a vacation sometimes, and sometimes your body just doesn't feel like exercising at all. Maybe you caught a flu or cold or just not feeling it this week the same as other weeks. Take a break. When we are faced with difficult obstacles, it can be easy to get overwhelmed and feel like we need to keep pushing forward no matter what. However, it's important to remember that it's okay to take a break when things get tough or you just don't feel like it. Just remember, there is a next week for you to push forward. Taking a step back, giving ourselves some time to rest and recharge can help us feel more energized and ready to tackle the challenge when we return. And sometimes step back means going 2 steps forward. And third, if you're new to this game of resolutions, set smaller goals. Sometimes big obstacles can seem intimidating and impossible to overcome. In these cases, it can be helpful to break the obstacles down into smaller, more manageable goals. By focusing on one step at a time, we can make progress towards our ultimate big goal and feel a sense of accomplishment along the way. So setting smaller goals can help us stay motivated and on track to achieving our bigger objectives. I hope it helps, big dreamers. And as I mentioned already, we have few episodes that we previously recorded that will help you with your New Year resolutions. First, as I mentioned before, I would advise you to re-listen episode 332. It's a step-by-step instruction on how to create your own vision board. Sophia gave beautiful examples. She created beautiful vision board. And everything we talk about our travels or about goals or new activities that she wants to do, it actually comes from her vision board. So I really highly encourage you to listen to this episode. You just can go follow the link, dreambigpodcast.com/332, or find it in iTunes app. And just go to episode 332. It was just a few episodes ago. The other great episode of many that we recorded about SMART goals is number 016. Yes, it was at the very beginning of our podcast. Eva recorded this as a reminder to all of us how to set SMART goals and take SMART action challenge. Yes, it's one of those great episodes that we send you back to all the time because it's step-by-step instruction on how to set SMART goals. SMART. Start with these 2 episodes to re-listen. It will definitely help you, and you definitely be ahead of the game of those people who don't listen to our podcast. And if you want more, please send us email, olga@dreambigpodcast.com, and I'll point you to the episode that we love about goal setting.
Mama, thank you so much. And actually, I have a funny knock-knock joke to tell you. Knock-knock.
Who is there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you gonna keep your New Year's resolution?
That's a funny one. Yes, big dreamers, it's important to keep our New Year's resolution. Don't be like that character from Sophia's joke from the beginning, remember?
You should very much. Orange, gonna keep your resolution. To wrap up this episode, we learned that making New Year's resolutions can be fun and helpful way to set goals and make positive changes in our lives.
It's important to think about what is truly important to us and to find our big why to help us stay motivated. By breaking down our goals into smaller achievable steps and by reminding ourselves of our progress and celebrating our successes, we can set ourselves up for a successful and fulfilling year. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes and to adjust our goals as needed.
This is the most important thing to do this year. So, big dreamers, let's keep dreaming big and make this year the best one yet. Let's start by setting some awesome New Year's resolutions.
That's all for today, big dreamers. If you enjoyed this episode, then please tell your friends and family about the Dream Big Podcast. And again, you can point them to dreambigpodcast.com/337 for this episode's show notes. If everyone listening would tell just one person about the podcast, that would get our show in front of so many new big dreamers. And more people would learn about New Year's resolutions and hopefully will keep them. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes at dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. We read your reviews and it helps us to get in front of more big dreamers, which is our mission. Also, please share your resolution on Instagram and tag us, Dream Big Podcast. We read your posts and definitely can repost your tags.
That's all the announcements for today, big dreamers. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Dreaming Podcast. This is Sophia Cartman
and Olga Karpman,
reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action and turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. See you in the next episode. Bye.